A final dress rehearsal. I'm Joe Downs for the Aces Insider. With the pomp and circumstance of their Meeks family fieldhouse housewarming party behind them, the UE volleyball team looks to get on track again after losing 3 of their last 4 as they head up to Muncie to take part in the Ball State Butler tournament this coming weekend. A tournament that will get them set for the upcoming MVC conference schedule, one that will be certainly a grind for head coach Manolo Concepcion's squad.
It was great to finally open at home. We had a great crowd here, more than I've ever seen in my 4 years playing here at UE, so that was a lot of fun. I think we played pretty well this weekend. We put up a good fight against some really decent teams. I think it's safe to say that it's the best competition we've seen so far, and I think we're looking really good for conference play coming up.
I expect teams are going to challenge us in the net. They're going to be big. They're going to be physical. They're going to be power hitting type of teams. So we expect teams that are going to come after us and going to try to stop us in our first ball side out, which is something that we rely a lot. Because we believe a lot in our ball control. So our first and second contact, are going to be primary this weekend. And then how are we going to be able to sustain and push people back with our quality serving? We have right now 4 of our players ranking the top 10 in serving. That's going to continue to be our formula of trying to push people away from the net and try to make the setter more predictable for us to be and have 4 hands in more balls.
As we head into play Butler and Ball State, especially with Butler, I think they're going to be a challenge just like IU was, but they're definitely conquerable. We stayed neck and neck with IU, and I'm pretty sure that we can just stay in between a 2-point, 1-point margin with Butler as well. So I'm thinking that mainly we can push through and just continue to get into that red zone of 20 to 25 points.
They know that these 12 matches are going to be about rotating people, seeing people, how they react in adversity, how they react together, what will be the best winning formula. We're looking for the perfect combination that will provide the most points combined. So they know that we're going to continue to rotate. Like this weekend, we're going to at least use 2 different rotations and then see them develop that way.
Now, while Coach Concepcion is far from thrilled at dropping 2 of 3 in the Dunn Hospitality Classic last weekend, one to Indiana and the other to UT Martin, it certainly wasn't unexpected. In fact, the scheduling was by design as he hopes to get his team battle-hardened for the upcoming conference schedule.
It was a good way to face adversity right before conference. It provided us with really good opponents, very physical, very athletic. So we were able to actually be very much challenged and kind of similar to what the girls are going to see in the Missouri Valley Conference. Compare IU to probably the top team in our conference. So it's always good to show the girls what they could expect and how close we were to actually beating teams like that. We were right there at least 2 of the 3 sets. So, and when with the other 2 teams, with UAB and Tennessee Martin showing the same type of physicality, the girls were truly mentally and physically challenged actually against them.
Once we played IU, obviously that was the biggest crowd I think this team has almost ever seen. And I think it really showed how much support we have backing behind us, and I don't know, I felt the energy within our team is really growing, and we're also growing physically on the court. Everyone's just we're just at a point where it's not so much team bonding. It's we've bonded enough to where we can now move forward and learn new skills and speed up the pace of the ball, speed up the game and overall.
I think this is, again, the best that we've been in the 4 years that I've been here. We have the strongest freshman class that I think that we've had in a while, and that's definitely playing into it. We've been growing a lot since preseason and getting a lot better in these past few weeks especially.
They know it's a progressive overload, so that's the way we have trained for, even behind the scenes, even when we're not playing, against any type of competition on the other side of the net. They know that this is a long-term development, and they know that we're going to go from less to more. So it's not going to get easier this weekend for them. And like you said, it's definitely on purpose to make sure that they understand what they're going to face in the MVC and what are we going to have to be ready for. And again, this progressive overload has allowed us to see everyone in different capacities and understand. Again, we are very highly driven on numbers, so to understand what will be the winning formula at the end of the road.
It all starts on Thursday night against Ball State, and that's followed up by a showdown with Butler on Friday, and then finally Saturday, they take on the Dukes of Duquesne. For the Aces Insider, I'm Joe Downs. And remember, you can keep up with all things Evansville athletics on GoPurpleAces.com, as well as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and our YouTube channel.